First family of Bitcoin. We are back in the saddle. Many of you know that I had to kind of catch my breath, so I haven't really been able to do the show, but I am going to be broadcasting every Monday and Wednesday moving forward. I hope you guys had a great Christmas holiday or Kwanzaa, whatever it is you celebrate. I hope you guys had a great New Year. Most of us know that the new year begins on April 1st, but that's a whole conversation for a whole nother day. Um, I really just kind of wanted to, hi, Michelle. Um, I really just kind of wanted to go live just to let you guys know that I am going to be back. We're going to be broadcasting on Mondays and Wednesdays, hopefully between 6:30 and 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Um, for today, I don't really have a show. There is a dip. So hopefully you guys are buying the dip. You're not discouraged that and earlier in December, Bitcoin was at like 108,000 and it's back down to 91, 92,000. That means Bitcoin's on sale. So you definitely want to be dollar cost averaging your way into that. You also want to stay stacking your ounces. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Um, your ounces, whether it's silver, whether you guys are buying gold, if you guys are doing paper contracts. I absolutely hope that you are getting a good start to this so-called new year. I'm gonna keep calling it the so-called new year until we get to the actual new year, which is April 1st. Okay. Um, I do want to send my condolences, my prayers, all of those things to anyone and everyone who's been affected in the Los Angeles area with all of the fires and stuff like that. That's a hot mess, but I have talked to you guys incessantly about smart cities. Like, how else will they build them? Right? I was just a little bit taken aback because we've never seen wealthy people affected like how, they treat poor people. You see how they treat poor people, but we've never seen wealthy people affected. House, whole mansion burnt to the ground. So I am really, really, really heartbroken over witnessing what happened there in Los Angeles, which is basically, what happened in Maui not too long ago. And I guess because nothing came of it, they're like, oh, yeah, we can surely do it again because nobody did anything. So I'm looking to see how that develops. Also, for those of you who have been looking into that, I find it quite interesting that large insurance companies pulled out or pulled policies or revoked policies in March of 2024. You guys can find that information. It is readily available on the internet. But, with all of the craziness that's going on in the world, I think it's important for us to take this time to definitely, definitely do our gratitude, be grateful for our blessings, opportunities, all of the things that we have. Um, if you are in a position to help someone or groups of people financially, clothes, food, what have you, just really do your research on where you're sending your resources. I absolutely wouldn't do the Red Cross. Y'all cancel me if y'all want to, but I would definitely look in the local groups where the resources will get to the affected people in the affected areas. With that being said, um, I want you guys, though, it is an event that you should keep your eye on. We should also keep an eye on the other smart city areas and just see if lightning does indeed strike yet a third time, because there's no such thing as coincidence, right? And coincidentally, Los Angeles burnt down just like Hawaii did. Doesn't make sense. Um, it's the beginning of the year, so I hope you guys are getting your productivity in order, right? You guys know I got a brand new planner. I had I had a brand new planner. I had the pink one, but then after the king returned to his little heavenly throne, I had to get a new one because it just reminded me so much of him. It used to make me sad to open it and do the stuff in it that I needed to do. So I ended up getting another one to kind of get my goals together for at least quarter one. I'm not feeling as ambitious as I normally would be. I will in time. I will in time. I don't want you guys to worry about me. I will in time. But right now, usually I'll have like, this is what I'm doing for the year. And he and I would sit down and break it down in quarter one, quarter two, quarter three, quarter four. And this is how we kind of track to see if we're on track. No, 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 no. I got to take it little by little. So I do have my quarter one planned, the objectives that I want to meet, some of the goals that I want to accomplish. Not as ambitious as I usually am, but at least I do have some things to shoot for. The show is one of them. Funny story. Last week, I had a dream. He came into the bedroom and he was just asking like, how you doing? How's everything going? And he said, he looks at me, he goes, how's the show going? So, good and daggone well, I haven't done the show in a bit. But I said to him in the dream, it was funny. I said, well, due to my circumstances, I'm gonna get back to the show. I just have to catch my breath. And I'm talking to him like he knows what's going on, but it's not him. I don't know. Dreams are weird. So, he just kind of, he wears a little hat and he just kind of like say, yeah, I get it. Catch your breath, but you got to get back to the show. It will be good for you. The structure is good for you. I want you to get back to the show. So I'm back. That was Thursday of last week. So here I am. Right. And I did make a pinky promise. So I got to carry that out, y'all. I got to carry it out. On Wednesday, I am definitely going to catch you guys all up with bricks. Hi, dear bit. I'm going to catch you guys up with bricks. There's a hella ton of stuff going on with them. I'm going to catch you up with what's going on with Bitcoin and this pullback. I just need to do just a little bit of research. I want to kind of, I sat in a Twitter space with Plan B, the Wolf of Wall Streets, and a few other Bitcoin influencers today. But I just need to do a little bit more research on some of the more technical aspects that they were discussing before I bring it up here on the show. And, we always give our, hey, L1L. I'm glad to be back, Michelle. I miss y'all. It's not that I didn't miss y'all. It's that truth is, I didn't feel like doing any homework for the show. That's the truth, right? If I was just going to come on here and talk a whole bunch of mess and make stuff up, I could have been got back to the show. But y'all know that my lane was the current events. So I do like the global economics. I'm on top of what's going on. I understand the rationale behind what's happening. Baby Cakes used to be in charge of, the technicals with Bitcoin and silver. Used to have charts and stuff for you. So I did have to kind of tweak a little bit how I'm going to do it because I want to remain authentic. I've never driven in his lane. That's just not, we just didn't do stuff like that. You had your lane, I had mine. So I still want to develop a authentic way of getting you guys the technicals, but maybe figure out a way to get it from like the horse's mouth. So, you'll probably see a lot more information I'll be getting from Plan B. I'm hoping that there are some guests who really respected my husband and are willing to be guests on the show and kind of help me in that capacity. Hi, Cousin Cryptonomics. Hi, Cousin T. How y'all doing? So, The show will be just a little bit different, just a little bit different. I'm not hoping, I am working so that we give you the same quality we gave you before. But y'all know that one of the essences, the spirit of the show that made it so beautiful was that we were a couple who was working in one accord, financially, spiritually, productivity wise, so on and so forth. So now I'm just a female in the space. We'll see how that branding goes. We're still the first family of Bitcoin because the kids are really involved. Reggie will be joining me on the show. He's not feeling great, so he's taking a nap. But I thought it was imperative that after I was visited in a dream by my husband, who was like, "How's the show going?" No, good and daggone well, I ain't done the show. I wanted to make sure that I did go live. You better be watching. I'm live. Um, and I do want to, I wanted to wish you guys happy holidays. I wanted to wish you guys happy fake new year. But let us use this month to really start setting our goals financially, right? For those of you who know, they were spot on with Bitcoin hitting 100,000 in December. We are set, right? And it's always, be fluid to hit 150,000. So you want to start thinking now, what are ways that I'm going to be investing? I'm going to be buying the dip. I'm going to be investing heavily maybe in precious metals. Maybe XRP is your thing. You guys seeing that XRP has revived. It has been resuscitated. Where's Cousin Jake? It's been revived. It's been resuscitated. They're going to be utilizing the Ripple networks. We've gotten a lot of confirmation on that, especially with the federal government. So there are a lot of other altcoins too that you guys absolutely love and adore that are predicted to be doing very well within the next couple of quarters. So you really want to start looking at your discipline meter. That's what I like to call it, right? Your discipline meter, to see, maybe I have a side hustle that's dedicated right to my investments. Maybe, an opportunity came along, so now I have more money. Or maybe I have to take a very hard and deep look at myself, pause, in order to figure out ways to be more dedicated to my investments, to be more consistent in my dollar cost averaging, so that my averages fare well in my favor. So these are some of the things I want you guys thinking about now. Hi, E. Devin L. Thank you so much for joining. Um, Good afternoon and Happy New Year to you too. So, what are some of the goals in addition to your investments that you would like to accomplish here? Just first quarter, right? We just want just the first 90 days. What is it that we're trying to do? You can already see that 2025 has started off with the gigantic FU, as we can see with what's happening in LA. Time is short, time is not to be wasted, and we really need to be taking our time and, like I said, our life paths very, very seriously. Hubby, going to his heavenly throne, that was a big eye opener for me. And we were serious, we were productive, we were like, that just really slapped me in the face like, hey, you need to get even more serious about whatever it is your life path is. I'm starting to discover it a lot better. Starting to have a bit more purposeful driven life. I'm still heavy on the investments and stuff. I'm still doing everything he taught me, but I'm also heavy on doing the inner work. Right? So, hi, cousin, hi, Ben. And when I talk about doing the inner work, there are some people who they're just in this to make some money, right? They're like, hey, I'm going to put my money in Bitcoin. I'm going to put my money in my altcoins. I'm going to, do these little things in order to just really make a bag. And I don't really care about anything else. But then there are a lot of us who understand that wealth is a mindset shift, especially those of us who are beginning or in the process of or in the journey of creating generational wealth. When you are creating generational wealth, that means you are having to take on and take down a lot of generational curses. You have to really go within and start identifying the limiting beliefs that are yours and the limiting beliefs that you have imprinted upon yourself from family members, people who have access to you, mentors, just people who have been in your journey along the way. It may be doing the inner work in how your partner, your mate, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever it is we are calling these significant others in our lives, how they've affected you, and are there ways for you to address the conflict that's created within those paradigms. Hey, cousin PFC Wells, you're back. I'm so happy to see you. I had seen it when I was trying to set the show up. I said, let me find out Trip with 2Ks is back. PFC Wells, I don't know if you heard, but cousin Simon, he's expanded his consciousness. He's gone. Um, I don't like saying I lost him because technically I didn't. I gained him in a way that the frequency is just a little bit higher, and I have to be a lot more tuned in to tune in. So I just wanted to let you know that in case you didn't know. But PFC Wells, when you get a chance, holla at me so I can talk to you offline, see how you're doing, how everything's been going. Hi, cousin E. Great to see you doing my part sharing post. Oh, I really appreciate it. Thank you. Um, Part of that journey is also being very transparent, very honest with yourself, right? You have to be able to do the inner work to see the bullshit you're on, right? You got to look in the mirror and be like, all right, now, here's some of the foolishness that I do. Here's some of the foolishness that I participate in. And here are ways that I am going to do better. And like I said, just do it a quarter at a time. For some people, you just need to take a day at a time. Um, for a few weeks, I was moment to moment. that's how that's how I was feeling. Like I just got to take life moment to moment, for a few weeks or what have you. But I'm doing a lot better. I feel a lot better. Um, I am a sensitive, so he visits quite often. I am tuned in, so I do get a lot of messages, a lot of information, a lot of laughter because he's still hilarious. But it is time now for us to kind of get in gear and do the things that we said we would do, to keep the promises we made to ourselves, to really take a look at our own discipline, to look at our goals, our dreams, all of the things that we need to be doing that benefit us. Because if not now, when are you going to do it? Right? Those of you who are going to be planting flags, traveling, trying to see where the opportunities are. There's no time like now. I'm telling y'all this right now, right? If ever you wanted to leave the United States airspace and start to explore other places, this is surely the time. And the United States keeps showing you the longer you wait, the longer you drag your feet on that, you're going to get to a point where you can't. I don't know how many of you guys seen, I think it was a Bronx Tale, where dude was like, now you can't leave, right? I asked you to leave 10 times. There were some people acting crazy inside the bar. He came in, he asked him to leave multiple times, multiple times. And then when he was fed up with it, he locked the doors and he said, now you just can't leave. You don't want that, right? So you want to start planning if if Belize is your place of opportunity, filled with huge opportunity. Um, don't be intimidated by the patois, right? Belizeans do have that patois, that sing-songy Caribbean accent. It's not as bad as you think, but I really want to encourage you guys who want to travel, who are looking for something different. If you would just come out of the United States airspace, get your passports. If you would just come out of the United States airspace, I can promise you, whatever that fog is, clears up immediately. You are able to think with clarity. The food moves through your body different. The fruits, the vegetables are all seeded and come from the actual womb of the earth. I highly recommend that some of your objectives, some of your goals for 2025 is to travel. Yeah, I saw you did your live. Oh, okay, you did learn about a transition. Good. You did email me? I didn't get it. I've gotten everybody else's. Okay, that's okay. As long as you can hear me, it's fine. If it's not synced with my mouth, that's okay. Yep, the U.S. passport. I don't think the U.S. passport's ever been in position one. I don't think it's ever like Denmark, Switzerland, those beautifully snow-filled countries. Because I want to choose my words wisely. The snow bunny countries are typically the top 10 holders. The U.S. is constantly um, falling in the passport section. Lucky Shalom, where do you live? Tell me where you live at. You left in the pandemic. How easy or difficult was that? And what country are you hanging out in? So I love to hear that. Also, for the people who are a bit newer to Bitcoin, a lot of the people in the chat are OG, triple OGs. They've been in Bitcoin since forever. So this isn't for you, but for the newer people, do not be intimidated by the pullbacks. Okay, markets have ebb and flows, right? And so they're what we call cycles. So you have bullish cycles, you have bearish cycles, you have the ebbs and the flow of Bitcoin, just like you would have the ebb and the flow of the market. It's just that Bitcoin is not as heavily manipulated Okay, I'm not sure what happened, but I lost everything, so I'm sorry about that. Um,